Needing everyone's support here. So a couple of people recently have contacted me about protection work. So I figured, fuck it, let's do a video since I don't have the next lesson plan ready yet. I'm sorry. Sorry. So, excuse me. Let's go ahead and just show you how we can help you with some protection. Okay, so we're going to be making some fiery wall of protection oil. You're going to need some pink sea salt. That's the Himalayan sea salt, okay? And why? Because the pink is actually iron oxide. Iron is an element associated with fire. It's a thing, okay? Black pepper, protection. Yeah, that's not due. Yeah, that's good. Some frankincense. Frankincense is a very powerful purifier. I got some powder in the bottom from when I made my capette. If you don't have anything that is powdered, or if it's kind of like really rough, you're going to want to kind of grind it together in a mortar and pestle. This is myrrh. Just adding some of the powdered from the bottom again. Myrrh is really great for protection as well. It also, the plant itself has spiky thorns on it, so it's related to the planet Saturn through its elemental association, but it's by itself is a very thorny and fiery plant, so it's really great for this recipe. So this here is ginger root. Again, it's a spicy. Some red pepper, because it's hot. And we're actually going to add a couple of pinches of these. Really going to make it hot. And I really like the way that the red chili flakes or it's red pepper, floats around in the oil. It kind of looks like flying devils. And that's one of the ingredients in flying devil ointment, or oil, is the little red chili flakes. This here is red sandalwood. We are building a wall here. This is fiery wall of protection, so let's add some red wood, huh? Red sandalwood, okay? It's going to give it a good color, association with the color red. But again, wood wall, all right? We got some dragon's blood. Why? Well, dragon's blood is very powerful. And we are going to want to harness some of that power. Oh, and it's red. And it's sexy. I love this stuff. Alright. One final thing before we add our oil. And that's cinnamon. I don't have any sticks. Don't make fun. I just got some ground cinnamon. It's just as good. Okay? It's just as good. If it wasn't, then kitchen magic would not be a thing. Alright? Yeah. Cinnamon is like my signature herb. I thought it was dragon's blood, but who we kidding? Come on. I use cinnamon for everything. I know in hoodoo, traditionally, it's used for money and love because it's a dual herb. It is never used for just money or just love. It's always for both. But it's spicy, you know, it's protective. It's you'll never tell me otherwise, okay? So for me, it's very powerful, and it's very, very much a protection. So the last thing that we got is our extra virgin olive oil. This is a traditional ingredient, although I did speak to Azrael, and I kind of threw out some other ideas about, you know, you could use corn oil because of a sun association if you don't have, like, extra virgin olive oil, or grapeseed oil, because when I think of grapes, I think of Romans eating grapes. And somebody told me this one time, I think on one of the Kemetic forums that I was on, They said they think of the Romans and the Ptolemies laying back with their peeled grapes, and it's just the height of money. And when I think of money, I think of power. So, you know, you could use grapeseed oil. At least I could. So I'm just going to give this a good shaky, 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 shaky. I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to empower it, do everything that I need to do. Maybe you want to empower the herbs while you're putting it together, grind them together, do your empowering that way. Whatever you got to do. I have my own method when it comes to my oils. So just let this sit, and you probably should add more oil than I did, but I'm out. Actually, that was the end of my olive oil, so I got to do some witchy shopping because I'm out of things. But you're going to want to let this sit for a couple of weeks before you use it. This is Fiery Well of Protection. You can anoint candles after you do full house cleansings. You can anoint yourself. You can add a couple drops to a bath water if you wanted to do that. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that you can use for this stuff. With this stuff. Anointing papers, whatever. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. That's it for tonight, guys. Sun up day.